we have a problem. And it's not just that we're in the echoey old studio, it's this. These are my 2 upcoming group shows, and when I first agreed to do these, they were over here like this, and this, very sensible I thought. I can easily hit those deadlines, but over time, this has moved this way a little bit, and this has moved over here until the deadline for them is now Friday, the following Monday. Everything I generally try to avoid, so I've got my work cut out for me. However, the problem isn't just this is just busy, is that the Alba one, the one that needs to be in by Friday, was previously going to be on a different platform. And that other platform didn't put all the code on chain, which meant it could be very verbose, like have lots and lots of code and pull in lots of things. But the new platform, it all goes on-chain, which means the code needs to be really small. So today I'm going to be going through the process of trying to make that code as small as possible, whereas before I didn't care. Right, I'm going to get on with that for pretty much most of the day, and we'll see how it goes. End of day report. I've done really well on cutting the code down. That was a big thing. And the other thing that I've done is I've improved the composition of this, where I now have a lot more control over if there's a lot of things on the page or not very many things on the page. I'm saying page because it's kind of a print project as well as digital. But I think the big thing that's made a difference is when there's lots of elements on the page, like 1, 2, 3, 4, they were all assigned a different part of the color palette, and those palettes themselves had sub-colors in them. So what I've done now is when there's a lots of elements on the page, I'm making it so that they're sharing palettes, they're all matching palettes. And that's actually pulled it together quite a lot. So if you've got the chevrons and then these curves, they'll both have the same colors. It's fighting a lot less, simple change, but it's really pulling it together. I think one more day, just to really neaten it all up, and then I'm done with this, and then I can move back onto the feral file project. We'll see. We'll see. "7:15 in the morning. The weather's a bit grey, and I'm heading into the studio to sit down, headphones on, and then code all day on FALLINGWATER. Would be a lie if I said that, because work today really started yesterday when I went to bed on time, got a good full night's sleep. I'm heading into town where I'm then going to go to the gym to do my exercise, and then at lunchtime I'm going to take an hour off away from the laptop to do some more walking and eat my food. Then I'm going to work in hour blocks of 50 minutes of work and then 10 minutes of not work. And that is how I'm going to get through a whole day of doing work. Good sleep, exercise, breaking things down into blocks, stopping for lunch. None of this headphones on and working all the way through to the end. That's not going to happen. That's not how you get it done. Right, next is legs day. You're not going to see that. We did it. We actually did it. End of the day, got all the code done, finalized, nailed down, got it up on the test network, previewed it on the site that it's going to be launched on. I can't show you that yet. And it all works. I've tuned the compositions, I've tuned the colors. I'm very happy. Here is, I'll show you this. This is 3,256 little thumbnails of all the variations, so I can eyeball and test everything. I'm happy with all of these. And the funny thing is we're only going to use about 8% of them, which I think is 256, which is about this lot here. This small quarter here, this lot, is going to be the only ones out of all of this many. And these are all great. So I'm really pleased. I kind of wish there could be a lot more, but I think 256 is about the right amount. I haven't really nailed it down yet. Anyway, it's good. Good day.
We were getting nowhere fast when the garden won't stop giving back. Honeysuckle, fresh cut grass. I could really use some stuff like that. The colors
come to my thinking spot, because yesterday was the deadline for the Hour project. Now I'm on to the feral file one. The deadline for that is Monday, which is 5 days, which isn't very long at all. And I'm not feeling particularly happy with where the project is at the moment. So I'm doing 3 things. The first is I'm just going to sit here for an hour away from the computer, and I'm going to put music on and listen to it. That's the second thing. I don't know why. It's almost embarrassing to say. But if I put on Utah Saints remixes for about an hour, there's just something about that music that I'm familiar with, but it's also kind of energizing, and it puts me in the right mental space for being creative. The third thing is that there's this library for JavaScript called 3.js that allows you to do 3D stuff, and I've used it before way back. I did a 3D landscape based on the game Ant Attack, and I've used it in a few commercial projects. Just never used it in my art before because it's never really had the need, or it's never really fitted in. But I'm thinking today, one of my 5 days until the deadline, I might put aside the whole day to just playing with doing 3D stuff. I don't think it'll make it into the final project, but something has been nagging me in my brain that I need to do something with it. So I'm going to satisfy that nagging today. And maybe the whole project will switch over to that. Maybe I'll finish doing that, and then the solution to what I'm currently doing will pop in. But that's what I'm doing today. A whole different approach. Going to stay sat here for an hour, listen to music, just let my mind roll, and then jump on the computer. It's a nice change of pace here. All the thinking paid off. This is a deep cut from about 33 years ago when I connected up our camera to a BBC Micro. This is the BBC Micro font. I actually used this in the 80s Pop project. So this has been simmering for about 6 months. I never quite found the right way to fit it into anything, but through all the dead ends of this feral file project, it's finally come to the front. And I think with a little bit more tweaking, I've got some more stuff to do this afternoon, that this is it now. I'm feeling properly happy about this in the way I haven't done for anything else. It's funny really, because you sort of look at it, you go, well, that's about 12 hours work, but it's also 12 hours work plus 6 months worth of work plus 33 years worth of work. Anyway, this is going to be really short because I've got so much to do. I'm going to crack on, upload this, and the weather's really lovely, so I hope you have a great weekend. I'm going to do a little bit more over the weekend, but I don't think that'll make it into the week notes. Okay. Love you all. Bye.